Well now, welcome back to the channel, everyone. I'm host Cryptid Master KD. Welcome back. I'm coming at you from the lair of the Cryptid Master KD YouTube channel. Today we will be, in a word, overgoing one of a very new cryptid to the channel, one that I have never covered. The Shenango Dog Boy. But before we get into that, please, if you're new to the channel, please be sure to like, comment, subscribe to the channel, help me grow this channel, and to make sure that you all feel like doing so, here's your cat tax. She needs her catnip. Now, let's get into some facts and story. In western Pennsylvania, alongside the Shenango River, sits a small town. And for farmers, for generations, this was a heavenly place on earth for farmers. For those of you who do farm and all that, then you know what I'm talking about. Until a bizarre mutant animal appeared. A bizarre manimal, half man, half mutt. Dog Boy. Now, to understand the Dog Boy, according to folklore, the stories of the Dog Boy go back to the early 1950s. Though they may even go further back than that. But right now, as far as we know, it's from the 50s. And the legend was that there was a coven of witches that lived in an abandoned farmhouse on the side of town. And they would call upon this Dog Boy to protect the area where they lived. One of the most well-known sightings of the Shenango Dog Boy is the one we're going to be covering today. The one involving two sisters who had two encounters with the legendary Dog Boy. Margie Little and her sister Jane Peters grew up in the Shenango Valley. Their mother told them stories about the legendary Dog Boy. About the legend I have just told you, that there was a coven of witches that summoned this Dog Boy to protect the area where they lived. The two sisters would eventually one night have their own encounter. Now, according to legend, the Dog Boy lived in an abandoned building nearby. Their mother warned them not to go near that farmhouse, but they didn't listen. Because you know how kids are, right? We all know that kids have a sense for needing to find out the hard way. Or they're not really gonna find out. Point being, one night, the two sisters would embark out with a friend. It was Halloween when they had this encounter. They wanted to see this legendary creature, so they went over to where the Dog Boy was, to the old barn. And according to them, they had just came upon the farmhouse, and right there out in the front was this dog boy was sitting 3 feet away from the house. I mean, according to them, he wore a blue shirt and shorts. He was like about my height, 5 feet tall. Almost like this picture right here. And according to their account, they described him the way I just described to you, and they said that he was fast. I mean, he was behind that barn house before they could blink an eye. The two scurried off in fear, but their paths would cross with the dog boy once again. The second part of their encounters would happen some nights later. Their mom, who was kind of the neighborhood mom, you know, she really got along with a lot of the kids in the area and always welcomed them in. And she knew about the legend, and also was the one who warned them not to go near that barn. So on this particular night, their mom, the two sisters, and a couple friends were walking down, taking a nighttime stroll, until they came upon this one farmhouse that looked dangerously familiar. Their mom pointed at it and said, "I think that's where Dog Boy lives." All of a sudden, as if out of nowhere, they hear this ear-piercing howl. They described it as being like a wolf's howl, but at the end there was like a screech. That's odd. That's just odd. It was so high-pitched. The minute they heard that howl, their mom said, "Run." And they ran. They ran fast, but the creature was faster. Margie would try to keep up with her friends and her mom, but she was no match for the creature's speed, or supernatural speed. Eventually, the creature caught her. A hand came around her arm, and this creature was trying to pull her back. She couldn't get away. Well, and just when she thought this would be the end, her mother grabbed her other arm and yanked her, and at that moment it lost its grip. They all got away safe, but the terrifying howls echoed on in the darkness. At that moment, they all knew they had just encountered the legendary dog. This sighting would be one of many that have happened, but though no further sightings have been reported since then, the terrifying howls are still reported, echoing on in the darkness. But whatever this dog boy was, who knows? Many believe that it was a product of European folk magic. Others say that it was a cursed being. What do you guys think it was? Could it have been an actual werewolf? Could it have been like a hoax? Someone in disguise? A prank? Or perhaps a juvenile dogman? Let us hear what you think in the comments below. And this is going to be one of my shorter videos, but don't worry, more videos are coming soon. I'm going to get really serious about it. Anyway. As always, thanks for watching. I'm glad you all came to play. Remember to like, comment, subscribe, and peace out.